Alright, so here's the thing. What do you do when there's 3 or 4 other subject to offers on the table? So on this video, I make a call to the agent, pitching the subject to, and the agent says there's already multiple offers on the table. And this is a strategy that I used for the last 3 to 4 years in my real estate career, and it has worked for me like 95% of the time. It's called the scorching the earth. And please watch till the very end. And if you don't have any time to watch this whole video, please at least watch the last 2 minutes of this video because it's going to be very helpful. And personally, I use this strategy every time there's a competition, and there are very few times I actually did not get the deal over any other competition. And I think if you learn how to use this skill, you could probably make additional $50,000 to $70,000 in your career, and it has worked for me, and it's very simple. At least watch the last 2 minutes, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hey, this is Kevin.
Yes. Kevin.
Kevin Cho.
Okay.
Hey, I was calling about the listing on the here in Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, are you from Vegas?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm from Florida, but I was in Vegas for 10 years. Just moved back about a year ago.
Okay. Oh, why'd you move back? You don't like it? You didn't like the dryness up there?
The what?
You didn't like the weather out in Vegas?
Actually, I miss the weather a little bit. The humidity down here is bad, but no, just the kids are getting older and the school systems are so bad in Vegas. So.
Yeah. I saw your number as 702, and I popped up, and I thought because I'm from Vegas, so I lived in Vegas, and I just moved out of there last year too. So I thought I was just ask.
And now you're in California.
No, I'm from California. Moved to Vegas. I'm here. I live here in Phoenix now, but I lived in Florida for a little bit too. Yeah, all over the place. I move around a lot because I'm a real estate investor. So I'm all over the place. But I'm calling about your here in Tampa.
Okay.
So I do a lot of fix and flips here in Phoenix, and I have obviously with fix and flips the thing is I just sit on big chunks of cash, and at the end, and now that I'm approaching the end of the year, I'm like, okay, I gotta buy some real estate before the end of the year, or else I'm just giving half of my money to the government. So I have a good amount of money just sitting on the side, and I want to buy something around like the $300,000 range. And this is one that just came up, so I want to kind of give you a call and see what's up.
Okay. Are you thinking cash offer, or because he's been presented a couple subject to,
okay,
and he's not there yet, but he's already moved out of state. He needs to sell, but he just bought it, so he's got a good bit that he owes on it still. So we don't have a ton of wiggle room, but we do have some. He does need it gone.
Well,
in the beginning, he was just I've only had I know sometimes it shows it's been on market longer because it was listed with another agent. But so far it's been like very small decreases in price, and then the last conversation. I'm sorry, I'm walking my dog, so
no.
I sound out of breath. He's a big dog. So yeah, we talked about being a little more aggressive on the price drop. I honestly, my husband's an agent as well, so he's been the main point of contact with the seller. So I can't even remember what the next price drop would be. We said this by the weekend, depending on the action we got from the last drop. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, he's ready to drop the price again. So if you're looking at a cash offer, shoot me the number, and I can see if we can make it fly.
Yeah. So I mean, if you were to do a next price drop, when would that be?
This weekend. We discussed.
Okay, and do you guys have any like cash offers on the table? Any traditional offers that's like close to what you guys are asking for?
No, the lowest or the highest cash offer was barely covered his mortgage that he owes.
Okay, which was like around like probably 290-ish, 280.
Yeah, 292, I believe.
Okay, 290. Okay, got it. Okay, so here's a challenge. Is for me, I could go either way. I know you've been presented with sub to offer, and I appreciate you letting me know up front, because I know a lot of people are calling about subject to offer and So I can go either way. I can go either cash or I can do subject to. But the only challenge is I want to buy a lot more houses in Tampa because I already have 5 houses here in Tampa. I have a couple properties on Fulton Avenue, Chelsea Street, Cherokee Street, and Gator Avenue, and I have a few other properties here in Tampa. And I want to buy more. But if I come in with a cash offer, then you're only really gonna make one more commission. So I'm hoping that we do more deals together. So.
Okay.
And so if I were to come in with cash offer, you think the bare minimum that he would go is probably 300?
Yeah, like I said, my husband had that conversation, but I think it was around 300. Yeah.
Okay. Because here's the thing is, let's just say I have the 300,000. I have more than 300,000. But if I have 300,000, but if I can just come in and if I just lock up 300 grand into one sink in one deal like this, like I can only buy one house. But I want to try to like diversify my portfolio. So if I can get into this deal, maybe a subject to, I would love to do at least, and if I can get into this deal, 10, 15, 20,000, I would love to buy 15 more houses with you.
Okay.
So do you think we can like kind of make that work? I know it's a big ask.
I mean, I know that as time progresses, he's good. I think subject twos are great. And a lot of situations, I think it'd be perfect for him in the situation he's in. It's just a matter of convincing him to, or does he want to sit and wait and see if he can get a traditional sale and get closer to what he's asking. But I can run it by him again.
Okay. So let's do this. Well, So I've done over 75 sub 2 deals this year alone, and whatever the highest offer is, I'm sure the other investors that try to giving you a subject to offer, they probably gave you, I'll take over the mortgage payment, cover your commission, and maybe give the homeowner 5 grand or 10 grand, whatever the number was. How about I would beat any of those offers by 1,000? So you will still get your commission. I will still take over the mortgage payment, and whatever the seller is getting net in their pocket, I'll add $1,000, as long as other offers come in with like no inspection period, no assignment clause. Because what a lot of people do is they try to get the homeowner under contract and they assign the contract and they're never the buyer. Like a lot of people assign deals to me. So like this year alone, I bought probably 20 houses where people assign deals to me. But when people assign deals to me, it's like now I'm having to pay the middleman fee. So I'd rather work directly with you and say, hey, I'll beat out any other offer, add $1,000 more, and add a no inspection period, no appraisal no appraisal contingency, and no assignment.
Okay, so let me do this. Let me have that conversation with him, and then call you back this evening or tomorrow.
Perfect. And my partner's out there as well. So if I probably don't need to see the house, but I'll be able to.
And it's almost brand new, so it's in great condition.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Kevin. I'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Perfect. So here's the thing: is right off the bat, the listing agent was like, I didn't even pitch sub 2. And she was like, oh yeah, we already got like few other subject to offers on the table. And right off the bat, like I know I'm working with other competitions. And when you know, like this is what happens. This is what happened when I was working with a lot of cash deals. I'll get wholesalers saying, hey, I'll give you 200,000, but then my offer needs to be at 200. My offer needs to be at 180. Like I'm like, there's no way that's gonna be a deal. They're definitely a wholesaler, and they're just giving out some random numbers out out of the blue. So what you do to get rid of every single competition is this is a method that Pace calls it. It's called scorch the earth, where if I'm not getting the deal, nobody else is getting the deal. So for example, like how earlier in the phone call I said I know that I've done over 75 transactions this year, and I start in a very nice way. I start to talk bad about other offers. Like, hey, they probably say they'll give you they'll cover your commission, and take over the payment and give the homeowner $5,000, $10,000 or whatever. So I said, I'll be any other offer on the table by $1,000 if they can do no inspection period and they can do no assignment. And honestly, I could have added, $5,000 non-refundable earnest money. And what happens is when you tell the listing agent, hey, these are the 3 things that I would do, which I would do. Like if all the houses that I bought this year, I bought it with no assignment, no inspection period, and $5,000 earnest money on every single one of my properties. I did that, and when you bring those terms to the agent or the seller, now you have more credibility than any other offers out there. So what happened was there's a deal that I just closed on yesterday here in Maricopa, Arizona, where the wholesaler was like, oh, I'm the buyer on this deal. And I'm like, dude, you're not the buyer. I already know you're not the buyer. So what I did was I did a group chat with the seller, the listing agent, the wholesaler who said they were gonna buy the deal, who had no intention of buying the deal, and myself. So there's four of us in the group chat. And I literally said, and I recorded myself on my camera and I said, hey, my name is Kevin Cho. I have John Smith in this group chat as well, who said they were gonna buy this deal. And if John wants to buy this deal, I'll give him the deal. But here's what I require of John. I said, John needs to put in the contract that he's gonna give you the exact number amount that he promised you. And he needs to give you, and there has to be no inspection period in the contract. There has to be no assignment clause in the contract. So meaning he can't just go under contract and assign the deal to somebody else. He needs to fulfill it himself. And then I require $10,000 of non-refundable earnest money due within 24 hours of signing the contract. And I literally said that in the group chat with 4 of us, and he literally just he literally said, hey, sorry, I'm not the buyer. Kevin is the buyer, and he just backed out of the deal. Okay, so this is a video that I sent to the seller, the listing agent, myself, and the wholesaler that was saying that they're gonna buy the house. And I put all 4 of us in a group chat, and I literally called out the wholesaler saying, you're not a buyer. If you're a buyer, you have to do a no inspection period, $10,000 of non-refundable earnest money due within 24 hours, and no assignment contract. And this was a wholesaler's response afterwards. Please watch. Honestly, if Klaus wants to buy the deal and give your client $10,000, I think that's a really great offer for your client. But one thing that I'll say is if Klaus is going to be the real buyer on this one, I would like to see $10,000 non-refundable earnest money with no assignment clause, no inspection period. And if he's not able to do it, I don't know if he's a good buyer for you. And Klaus, if you're watching this video, let me know if you're actually have intention of closing on this deal, because we're supposed to close on this deal with our other buyer, and I'm having to come in and step in and buy the deal. So Klaus, please let me know if you're able to do the $10,000 non-refundable earnest money and no inspection period. And because the way the text message looked like was you weren't actually going to be performing on the deal. So, and I will. So Aaron, please make informed decision, and that's all I have to say. Alright, I hope you learn how to eliminate your entire real estate competitors out there, and I wish you, by watching this video, that you get additional 2 or 3 more deals a month in your pipeline and make so much more money, and hopefully I'd like to buy deals off of you. So happy deal hunting!